Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. 2007 Toyota Tundra SR5 two-wheel drive. As you can see, humongous cabin, crew max, gigantic 5.5 foot bed. And one of the items I didn't replace yet, I was waiting for you to film it, is rear differential gear oil. So let's go together and see how easy it is to perform that. And Toyota fortunately made it super easy for us. Filler plug that also works as a level area. You can check the level of the fluid, and here is the drain plug. See it right there. And Toyota fortunately made it super easy for us. Filler plug that also works as a level area. You can check the level of the fluid, and here is the drain plug. See it right there. Someone may say, hey Peter, you're obsessed with Toyota and keep telling us how great it is. And it's like all the other brands. Well, it's not. I was recently performing full maintenance of family member in-laws GMC Yukon, let's say 2016. And that was one of the items. It's also two-wheel drive, so it has a rear diff. Well, that was only the filler/level. There's no drain plug. It doesn't exist. You either have to remove entire cover on the back and reseal it, or you can evacuate the fluid, suck it out, and put a new one in. It's unbelievable. You get used to Toyota design and it's easy and you think it's everywhere, but it's not true. So let's go back to our project. Both of these plugs are 24mm, and I recommend you to use a 6-sided socket and not 12-point, 6-point. Because it hugs the plug better. You will not damage the edges of it or strip the edges. Couple of times in the past the plugs were so rounded and damaged that I had to replace them. I had to get it from the dealer and replace it. So you always start with the top one, with the filler/level, because you don't want to start with drain and then this will be stuck and you will end up with empty differential. So I will grab the half-drive large ratchet, will make a space and crack this loose. Oh, that was not so bad. Sometimes they are extremely tight and you will have to get a breaker bar. So it's a plug plus the small gasket underneath. Now look at it. This works as a level, so it's very slightly overfilled and it's absolutely nasty, and I'm happy I'm doing it today. It's very dirty. I will grab the camera and bring you closer just to see the detail of it. It should be not running so much of it. The vehicle has to be always in perfect level, but this is pretty large stream of the gear oil coming out. Normally it should be right at that opening or slightly below. That's why you use the pinky. You can reach in and touch the level, and if it's right there, it's actually not underfilled. If the level is right below, like a 1 or 2 millimeters below this opening, it will be still fine and maybe better than overfilled. Another item we should discuss is the breather. the whole differential has a breather, and you always need to check that it's free, it's not plugged by the dust and dirt. This one is not, because it freely spins around, and it's a part of this job. So I can see that oil is contaminated, it's murky, it's in the bad shape. So we will definitely continue with cracking open the drain, which is also 24 millimeter, and we will drain this rear differential completely and fill it with the new oil. The top plug doesn't have any magnet on it. The bottom one, which we are going to open, has a magnet which should collect the shavings of the metal wheels which are inside. So that will also show us, it will give us idea how often it was done, if the rear differential is healthy and everything's good there. I normally go where you are, so sorry for that. Again, the torque on the bolts was good because they were tight, they were not leaking, but they were not super hard to remove. So this is fantastic. Whoever did that did a good job. Slightly overfilled. Oh yeah. Guys, this is black heavy contamination, and wait when you will see the magnet. And I guess here you can see the opening. I will let it drain, I'm not in a hurry. And we will go and evaluate this. You will be surprised how many metal shavings are on it. It's pretty interesting. We have these two plugs. One of them is the filler. It's on the right hand side. I told you it doesn't have a magnet. Just empty right here, and that's the gasket. But look how crazy looks the one which is the drain, and it has a magnet. Look how many magnetic, metal shavings are stuck on it. Pretty amazing, huh? So this tells me that it was not done recently, and we are very correct of taking care of it today. What it tells us, this is not catastrophic failure or anything, because the shavings are super fine. There's no large shavings seen on that magnet, and therefore I'm not worried about the health of the rear differential. It's totally fine. I just need to clean it, install it back, and fill it up. And I have used a shop towel and a little bit of brake cleaner to clean the plug with a magnet. Put it back so you can see the difference, that contrast between how dirty it was and how nice and clean it is right now, ready to install. If you own Toyota with this kind of diff, it's always good to have these gaskets in your drawer. Replace them. The bolt is ready, or the plug. I'll catch the thread, close it by hand, and now I will torque it nice and tight and snug so it doesn't leak. I always switch to the smaller half drive ratchet. It gives me better feel, and I will not strip it or something. Now I can finally put this away, make a space for myself, and torque that bottom drain plug. Come on, baby. Okay, I grab it right here. As I said, nice and tight and snug. You don't want to rip it into pieces. I am very fortunate guy because I own this gear oil caddy right here. It's a pump and it has a meter. It's in the pints. You will be surprised for the same year how many different amounts of oil you will be using. It all depends if it's two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or if it is tow, possible tow or heavy duty axle and so on. So that differs a lot. However, if you don't know, it's not such a big deal. It could be 3 quarts. The max on some Tundras, it's almost 4, like 3.47. But basically what you do, you just keep filling it until it will start overflow, and then you stop right away. And that's what you are watching. It's basically my typical rear diff service. That's what I do. I put back to zeros this meter, grab this one, it nicely fits in, and I just start pumping it. This is extremely convenient. Excuse me, that wasn't me, that sound, okay? I didn't just poop my pants. It's air in the line apparently. I have it full of full synthetic GL575W90 gear oil, which is basically transparent. It's pretty thick. It's not super thin like engine oil. And sometimes when it spills somewhere, you see a little layer of it. It's slightly greenish also, I will say. So just keep pumping. I'm at 2 pints only, that's 1 quart. I have a long way to go. These bigger trucks, they have bigger fill of the fluids. Even the engine pan, it's larger, and it takes more oil than Tacoma. So they did the same here in the back. Let me look, I don't wanna... Oh yeah, it's still filling. Just to confirm, I'm looking inside and it's right below that opening where the fret is. So I will be not pumping one more time. I'm looking here, it's almost 7 pints, which will be 3.5 quarts of that gear oil. I perfectly clean this filler plug, put a new gasket from Toyota, you get it from the dealer, and again using the smaller ratchet so I don't damage it, give it nice and tight. Action, wipe everything super clean, correct? We don't want any of that on the back, and we are done. Wasn't that, guys, super easy? Of course it's easy for me with the lift, but this is doable even in the driveway. This Toyota Tundra is getting more and more happy. I can completely hear her purring like a kitten. Finally she got a owner who takes care of her, right? So I hope you can enjoy this video, see how simple it is. It's to support being DIYer. I think everybody can do it. The trucks are high enough. You don't need a lift. You can just get to it in the back with a little drain pan. Just have a good tools and a little bit of luck. You need a luck that bolts, these bolts are not too tight. Sometimes they are super tight. I don't know why some mechanics thinking they have to show off how strong they are, and they torque it so hard that it's unbelievable. But you saw today, this one was pretty easy, and the previous tech did it right. I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more about fluids on this Tundra coming your way. We will be talking that seal transmission and how to adjust correctly that fluid level. So don't miss that. Thank you for watching and have a good day.